Hello there, my name's Card. I'm a long-time progressive community organiser and activist, and today I just want to briefly talk about a reactionary dog whistle that's been around for a little while now, as well as what it really means, who's using it, and why. For those who might not know, in politics, a dog whistle is a word, a phrase, or a symbol which seems perfectly innocent and innocuous to most people, but which really communicates a more sinister hidden message to those in the know. Additionally, there'll also be a playlist of videos of mine linked at the top of the description, which goes into detail about all sorts of reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them. Today specifically, I wanted to talk about the phrase Blue Eisenhower November. What it is, what it means, and how it's become a contemporary reactionary meme, particularly in online spaces. Among the online far right, there's a surprisingly large amount of esoteric, pseudo-spiritual or pseudo-religious posturing. Kind of like how the actual real Nazis had a big interest in the ancient pagan occult, today modern neo-Nazis often try to grasp at a lot of occult concepts of their own. Especially on fringe image boards like 8chan or WizardChan, there is a large online community of far-right reactionaries who spend a lot of their time doing what they consider to be serious research on magical concepts, as in actual literal magic. Kind of like how the section of the online right wing that believes deeply in the deep state spy conspiracies made the QAnon concept go relatively mainstream, there is another specific tranche of the alt-right which believes heavily in reincarnation. And, long story short, this alt-right group believes that reincarnation is something of a two-way street. They believe that someone who dies in, say, 2024 could have their immortal soul come back in the body of a baby born now, or a baby born sometime in the future, or even into the body of someone born in the past. This group, which started getting a lot bigger earlier this year, has developed a whole mythology of their own about how their version of reincarnation works. But remember, they're also part of the alt-right, so they're very racist, misogynistic, homophobic, and so on. And they don't like a lot about modern society. But their core ideology is that you can reincarnate into a body born in, say, the US in the 1950s, or in Rhodesia, or in ancient Rome. They really love ancient Rome. And this alt-right reincarnation research posits, for no clear reason, that controlling exactly when and where you reincarnate is possible, you just need to know how. To this end, the way they think you control where and when you reincarnate is by knowing particular code phrases, which, as far as I can tell, are all around 3 to 6 words long and usually contain a colour, a time, and at least one name. For example, these alt-right esotericists believe that the words Blue Eisenhower November are the code phrase to being reincarnated as a white American baby boomer. In their mythology, if you know that phrase, when you die, you will be reborn specifically in the early 50s as a white American suburban baby, which they believe to be the best possible life anyone in history has ever led, and therefore is something they would really like to be reborn into. Furthermore, many who buy into this theory also believe that if they spread the word about the reincarnation system and let as many people as possible become aware of the phrase Blue Eisenhower November, more and more people will be reborn in the past as new white children, which a lot of these alt-right types see as inherently good because they believe that if more white people are born back then, the effect by now will be multiplicative, and they want as many white people as possible. There's also a spin-off line of thinking about this, where the image board reactionaries are trying to figure out how the system was discovered. Some suggest that someone from the deep past figured it all out and found out what the phrase was to be born in the early 21st century and came forward to tell us. Others speculate that this reincarnation system wasn't discovered, it was created. And there's others who are into the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump knows all this and is planning on telling everyone this and is going to say the phrase Blue Eisenhower November to everyone on international TV next time he's having a debate or an inauguration or something. But of course, interesting premise as all this is, you really needn't worry about it because this stuff is not real. But if you happen to see people online parroting phrases like Blue Eisenhower November, or Emerald Augustus Dawn, or Papier Brumiere 1, all apropos of nothing, this is what they're referencing. So, for the sake of keeping yourself and your spaces safe, just keep it in mind. It's always good to be able to recognize alt-right messaging like this, so you can spot it, denounce it, explain why it's bad to others, and remove the people posting this stuff. Because it's really not good for anyone. That's all I have to say today. I hope it helps. Once again, my name's Card, and if you might want to hear more from me, especially more about emerging or obscure reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube page, or just take a look at my other videos. Either way, goodbye for now, and stay safe out there.